So I'm going to show you how to fix this one. So to begin with, we're going to make a selection of this girl. Now this select subject works really well when there's a solid background. And then we're going to duplicate her so that we can put stuff in between the background layer and this new copy of the girl. So I'm going to go to File, New, Layer via Copy. So what that just did is that just created a copy without the background. And now I'm going to click Next. And now I'm going to add a new blank layer. I'm going to click Next. And now I'm going to drag this layer below because I'm going to put the sunlight or the rays of light behind her. So then I'm going to do Next. And I'm going to grab my rectangle marquee. To make this a little easier, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. So I'm going to press Command minus. So now I can come down here and I'm going to drag this across. Now notice this black box is showing me a width of 1800 pixels. I'm going to drag this down to about 100. And then now I'm going to come up here. Actually, let's do Next. I'll see if I can follow with what they've got. And we're going to repeat this 5 more times. But I need to select this tool right here, or this option. This is going to let me create a second, third, fourth, and fifth without it making this first one go away. So I'm going to click somewhere around here. And again, I'm just dragging until I get to about a height of 100. I'm going to do another one. 100. I'm going to do another one. And I'm going to do one more. Good enough. Okay, so then from here, what we're going to do is we're going to change the edges. So like right now, it would be very sharp. Feathering basically fuzzes the edges out a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to Select, and we're going to change or modify this selection. So I'm going to do Feather. Now, at first, it's not going to look like anything's happening until we fill it in. We're going to type in 15. And again, still nothing is happening. What we're going to do is we're going to fill this in with white. So what I need to do is I'm going to press this again so I can put the colors back to black and white. And then I'm going to press here. I'm going to hold down my Option key. And on my keyboard, I'm going to press Delete. Now you notice I do this all the time. I clicked the wrong one. It should have been Command, not Option. So I'm going to Command Z to undo. And I'm going to press Command. And on the keyboard, I'm going to press Delete. And it's now filled with white. Option fills with the top color. Command fills with the background color. Now what I want to do is, why is it locked up again? I did things a little out of order. So again, I'm going to deselect. I'm going to hit restart. I'm going to hit cancel so that it resets this thing. It's not going to start all the way over, but if it's not giving you any options, sometimes trying to reset but then canceling it will kick it out of its little problem. So I'm going to click here. And again, it's still not clicking it out. That's annoying. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you how to do it. This will be one that won't have a check mark, but you can just open it and I can look at it. So now what I want to do is I want to shrink these lines down a little bit. So I'm going to press Command T for transform. And if I were to just change these like this, it's just changing the size. I want to change the angle. So to do that, notice that this arrow is black, or it's a two-headed black arrow. But if I hold down my Command key and I move my mouse over this, see how it just changed white? When the arrow turns white, this is going to let me move this down. I'm going to drag this down to about 8%, or sorry, 8 degrees. So I've got a little bit of an angle. I'm going to hit the check mark. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and add in a mask. And I'm going to take the gradient again. I'm going to make sure that my gradient is going from black to white. And I'm going to drag this way, kind of up to about her ear or so. So along the same level. And then I'm going to drop the opacity down just a little bit. I don't remember the exact number. And I get it close. And I'm going to go ahead and save that one. So again, this is one that may not show up with the checkbox. If it does, awesome, great, go with it. If it doesn't, when I come over to sign off, just have this one loaded up and I'll check your layers and make sure everything's right.